All right, I'm Dominic Flipping, licensed loan officer, as well as investor, and also credit repair specialist. I'm just going to go over basic credit information, a few tips that you can do to help improve your scores. First, your credit ranges between 300 and 850. So you have roughly around 550 points to play with in between this range, right? Now, our scores are made up of this pie chart that we put together here. So the biggest thing that we have is your payment history. So you've probably noticed if any time you might have missed a payment, you take such a huge hit. And that's because this one is 35% of your score. So for this one, it's roughly around 192.5 points. So this one makes up roughly around 192.5 in points. Next is your credit card utilization. So if you ever got into a bad jam, you use your credit cards excessively, you might have noticed your score kind of took like a little bit of a dip. It's because 35% of your overall credit score is made up by your utilization. So the biggest thing is to make sure you keep your credit card balances below 30% at all times. Ideally, you'd like to be at 25%, but just make sure you keep them low, especially the interest sometimes it's pretty high on the credit cards. So this one is roughly around 162 points. This one's made up 162 points for this one. Next is length of credit. So this is really important. When you don't want to necessarily close your credit cards because one, you'll lose the age in the long run, but also you'll lose the fact of your credit utilization. So this one's one that you definitely don't want to close out as well. So for this one, you're looking at roughly around 82.5 in points. So we got 82.5 in points for your length of credit. Next, whenever you open up new credit, so you might notice sometimes when you open up new credit that your score will kind of dip because of the inquiry on the report, but also your scores will have some positive effects because you're opening up new credit, building up your utilization. This one's roughly around 55 points, right? And then credit type. So you want to have mixed use credits. So you want to have some installment loans, such as such as personal loans, mortgages, car loans. Those are for your installments. And then, of course, you want to have revolving lines, which will be your credit cards as well, home equity lines of credit. So this one's also 55 points as well. So the big thing is you just want to make sure that you always make all of your payments on time, even if you make the bare minimum. Keep your utilization low. That's always the biggest thing because you have roughly around 550 points to play with. But other than that, that's the basic tips for today. Any questions in regards to looking to buy your first home, please contact me. Any credit questions, please contact me as well. Look forward to working with you. Thank you.